So, welcome to part number 2. We are going to install some mods. The first section we have our stability mods, Oblivion script extender plugins, fixes and patches. Again, also quite a boring part, but these mods are needed for a stable foundation. And it is quite a lot of these mods, as you can see, a lot more than Skyrim Special Edition has. But again, it needs to be done, so let's do it right away so we have that behind us. So let's see, I again need to sometimes check what Bevi describes for these mods because I didn't install everything very much like I did with Skyrim. I mean, it's quite a long time ago I did install all of these mods myself, so now I also need to check the description. So let's see, the first mod we're going to install right now is Oblivion Stutter Remover. And it makes our game more stable, which is absolutely mandatory with a game like Oblivion, because its framework, again, dates back from 2006, so that's why we really need good stability. So let's just go to the mod section, click on Files, Oblivion Stutter Remover. Let's see, probably the latest version, but let me double check it. So this is stability, that's Oblivion Stutter Remover, the version 137. Alright, that's this one. Make sure you download this mod. So, okay, let's see. Okay, be careful to right version. Okay, so make sure you download the right version. Then drag and drop the archive into the Other Installers tab. Right click on it, click install. Okay, as an ini file in plugins. Replace with my preset available. Okay. So what you want to do now as well is you want to right click on this tab and you want to select duplicate, because we need to download also a file from here, various ini files. Download this package and save it into your mods folder where you will download all of the mods. So in this case we do download two files, this one, and we want to download Oblivion Stutter Remover. Alright, then let's go to those downloaded mods. First one, Oblivion Stutter Remover. So we need to go to Rybash, we need to go to the Installers tab, we need to drag and drop Oblivion Stutter Remover in there. It will probably warn us about the conflict. So let's see. This is quite important actually, move or copy. It will now ask if it should move or copy all of the mods. The thing is, you can choose move, but then these mods will disappear and it will probably place them inside the Moby folder in Oblivion. But then again, if your computer crashes or something, or you uninstall and delete your Oblivion folder by accident, all of your mods are gone, are deleted. So what I just always do is copy it, because I have plenty of space, and that's why I did recommend you to install and download all of the mods as well on a drive which has plenty of space, at least 34 gigabytes. So I click don't show this in the future, and I click on copy. All right, so again, that's pretty important for the first step. Now it will not ask it anytime anymore during this tutorial. Right click on Oblivion Stutter Remover, click on installer. All right, the installer contains DLL. Yes, we are sure we want to install that one. Alright, and let's first see, because we now also need to we need to check that various ini files folder, and let's see, we need to open it up because we only need a single ini file. So that is for the Oblivion Stutter Remover ini file. This is what we want. Let's see, plugins. So this is the ini file. And then what we want is, we want to go to the Oblivion main game folder, go to data, go to Oblivion script extender plugins. Plugins it was, right? Let me double check. Plugins, yes. And replace that original ini file. Alright, so that's good. Let's see. So this is what we did as an ini file. Okay, I just tweaked some of the heap settings. Yeah, okay, so let's see. I just tweaked some. Yeah, the thing is, Bevi did actually cap his FPS at 45 FPS, but I think running in 60 FPS is just fine for the modded Oblivion. I mean, I don't get any crashes anymore, so I do recommend you open up this ini file. So right click and click on edit so you can open it in Notepad. Search for the value 45, which is here, and just change it into 60. That's my recommendation, and save the text file, because again, from my experience, the game can handle 60 FPS just fine. Let me double check it now if it actually saved it. Yeah, okay, here's the maximum FPS, 60. Great. So let's see. Okay, that was the Oblivion stutter remover. Let's see, at this point if you crash, unloading is safe. Okay, this is something I never need to do. If your weapons make no sound when hitting something. Okay, this is something you might want to check out. I also didn't have this problem yet. More heap is no longer necessary, that's good. We have the engine bug fixes, which is an Oblivion script extender plugin. You can simply, by pasting the files you extracted here. Okay, I think we can also just drag and drop into Rybash. So what you want to do is open up this mod, engine bug fixes. Alright, and download the main mod. Then you want to go to your mods which you did download. Again, I think we can just drag and drop this inside the installers tab. Then right click on it, click on install. And it also will complain that it will contain a DLL file. Yes, we are fine, we want to install that. Alright, that's it so far. And then we have this mod that's a 4 GB RAM patcher. Okay, what you want to do is download the 4 GB RAM patcher. Click on files, download it, and then you want to go to your downloaded mods again, where you have downloaded the mods. So let's see, that's not here, that's in here, and there's this one. You want to extract it somewhere because it contains an executable, and right click, run it as admin. Alright, now you can open up all the executables in here because it will patch it into a version that allows it to use 4 GB of RAM or more. So that's definitely needed. You want to open up Oblivion. It says, okay, execute it, successfully patch it. Then click on another file. You want to do it for the launcher as well. Let's see, do we have something more for here now? Not here. Alright, so that's good. Then we can close it. Let's see if Bevi actually say something more about it. What we need to do. Download this file. Run Oblivion launcher. No, that's okay. It's the same what we did. Okay. And we have some more plugins. So let's close all this crap here. We have Blockhead, we have Menu Queue, we have Fast Exit, which is no longer necessary, so we're not going to use it. Pluggy, LS Universal Silent Force, useful in playing mods with no voice acting. Not sure if I did download this mod. You can do it. Enhanced camera, but don't download and install it because we're going to use Oblivion Reloaded, and else we will crash on desktop. And diagonal movements, you can download this if you want it, but I'm not sure if it causes any impact on stability, so that's why I probably did not download and install it. So it's up to you if you want to download and install that. So I did download. Go download Blockhead, the plugin, download Menu Queue. Good question, which one, B or A? Let me check that for you guys. And that is Menu Queue B, so 16B. So okay, download 16B. Pluggy, also quite a lot of options. Why are there so many choices? Let's see. For Pluggy, you need version 125C. I seem to have downloaded the Universal Silent Voice. Okay, that's good. And did I download Diagonal Move? Oh yeah, it seems so. Okay, so let's add these mods so far. Let's see. So that will be Blockhead first. Drag and drop it. Click on install. Yes, we want to install DLLs. Menu Queue, drag and drop it. Click on install. Yes. Let's see. The installer has been Oblivion Script Extender plugin. Yes, we want that. Are you sure you want to install it? Okay. Seems to install a lot of plugins. Does it really have a lot of plugins, or yeah, quite a lot of plugins. Okay, that's fine. Then we do, let's see, we did download Pluggy as well so far. So drag and drop Pluggy, click on install. All right. And then the last one we did download so far is the Universal Silent Voice. It comes with a wizard installer, it seems, or no? Okay, then just skip it. That's all right. Okay, then let's see, what else did we had? So diagonal move if you want it. And else, if you have diagonal move, let me check. That's walk blessed. Just drag and drop it in here. It should come, yeah, with install options. And also with DLLs, that's alright. That's what we want, because these are DLL plugins. Now, some very important stuff, unofficial Oblivion patches. So, since you probably should have the Game of the Year edition with all DLC, you want to download the unofficial Oblivion patch, the Shivering Owl patch, and the DLC patches. Let's see, drag and drop them to the installer step. You can see, okay, check them all. They should be automatically checked by Rybash, unless you have, okay. But again, for your own good, make sure you have all DLCs. These have to be loaded after, so they can work for the bash patch. Yeah, so we need to run bus for this. Alright, so, but we will do that if, at the end, don't worry. So the unofficial Oblivion patch, let's also drag and drop the unofficial Shivering Owl patch and the unofficial DLC patch. So install first the regular one. Yes, we want all the DLLs. So if you don't mind, feel free to install them. All right. Okay, it seems to be quite large, these regular unofficial patch. Okay. All right, I'm not really sure what it is doing. It's probably moving some files, but if it's doing something again after this, I'm going to pause. Okay, we're fine. Awesome. Then do this for the Shivering Owl patch. We'll also probably, it seems moving some stuff. All right, and for the last one, the DLC patches. All right, so that was it so far for the DLC patches. We have the QWERTY cleanup, installer Rybash, OpenT, okay, and change the first line to the following. All right, so download this mod, QWERTY cleanup, click files, download the mod. So QWERTY cleanup, that's this one. All right, click on install, and now we need to go to our Oblivion main game folder, data ini. So let's do that. Oblivion main game folder, data ini. Let's see, and we need to, I think, open up this one. All right, let's double check that. Set KCU quest.clean actors to 0. Yes, for sure. So do that and save the file. So file save, make sure you don't forget that. All right, optional crash to desktop and memory patch EMB boost. This patch, if you have some extra RAM, it can make a huge difference. Okay, it's not compatible with EMB graphics. Okay, so don't install that because we're going to use an EMB and Oblivion Reloaded, so that's not what we want. New Vegas anti-crash. Yeah, that's what we want for sure. Click on files and click on the main folder, I think. Let me double check that for you guys. Yeah, just this is the main one. All right, and the last one, it seems, is better saves, and the other one I did not install. Let's see why not. Optional champions dead overall, which doesn't make you reload the save when you die. Okay, okay, yeah, you can download this if you want. I didn't download it because, to be honest, I only mod the game much. I don't really play it anymore. But if you think this is interesting, you can download this as well. And I also did not download this. Why not? Again, let me check. Enemies don't drop weapons to the ground when they die. Yeah, okay. To be honest, I find it quite funny and also a bit immersive when they drop their weapons. And yeah, that's why I didn't also install this mod. But again, if you want it, it's your game. That's also something you should keep in mind. It's your game. Install what you want, but make sure you do know what you're doing. So that means I think the last mod is better saves. Okay. So better saves, which is the last one from this list. Okay, better saves. And then click on install. Now we should have a load of plugins, I think. So let's just activate these all. And then we definitely want to run boss. Okay. Just activate them. Some of them might be red, but it should be fixed once we did run bus. So bus is now checking the load order. This is showing what it has done to the load order. So let's check that what it did. Okay, what we want to do now is, let's see, because there is a slightly different way on how to rebuild patches, bash patches. Let me double check that for you guys. Rebuild. Okay, yeah, so here it is. Select rebuild, batch, beta, and select build patch on the new window. Alright. So, yeah, C bash beta. Rebuilding installs faster if you have the problems. Okay. Don't show this in the future. And click on OK. The batch you're rebuilding was created in Python mode. You're trying to rebuild using C bash. Should rybash attempt to import your settings? Okay. Will be deactivated. Okay. And okay. As you can see, this is quite a bit more complicated than it is for Mod Organizer when we were modding Skyrim Special Edition, if you are familiar with modding that game. rybash just has these little extra things like building bashed patches, and to be honest, the first time I did do this I had really no idea what we were doing, but it should merge some ESP files. So don't reactivate these ones which have been activated. They are now merged into the bashed patch. So should all be good. Let's see, so that's it for the stability section. What you want to do now is you want to close this bashed patch function. You can close this as well. What you can do now is click on here, launch Oblivion, start the game, see if everything runs fine. You can either create a new game. I wouldn't recommend loading a previous modded save game because it might crash your game. So start a new game and maybe save that new game as a test save, so you are safe to load that game from now on for testing purposes. So do that right now, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so after you did test your game and it all ran fine, that means the game is stable so far. And we can continue with the next mods, and these should all be a lot easier than the introduction and the stability mods. Starting with the base texture one, that's pretty easy. We need to download this large file, and this is called Texture Pack version 3. Randomized, I think, yeah, randomized. So, also a thing I would like to give as a tip, what you can do is for Nexus mods, you can become a premium member for maybe a couple of days. Then you'll have full download speed when you're downloading all these mods, and especially for these very large mods, because this one is 1 to 3 gigabytes. Else you are limited to only 2 megabytes. Here it is, capped at 2 megabytes per second. But if you're premium, I sometimes become a member for a couple of months, but I think I might purchase a lifetime membership this week, because yeah, I do use Nexus mods a lot and I would love to support them. So yeah, I will probably upgrade to a permanent membership, but it's up to you, of course, what you would like to do. Anyway, download this main file. Let me check. Let me open it up for you to see what we need to install. So we have the full pack, and we also have a compatibility patch, which we can find. Let's close all this crap. Compatibility patch here, and this is in the unofficial Oblivion patch in the optional files. So you want to download this after the called Texture Pack 3 randomized. And then you also want to download the Bomb-Red Texture Pack for Shivering Isles. So click on Files and download the Shivering Isles patch. So then you want to go to your rybash again. You want to go to your Installers tab. And first drag and drop the called Texture Pack in the Installers tab. And then right click on it and click Install. And we're going to wait for this because this might take a little while. Alright, after a couple of minutes that's finished. Then install the compatibility patch, click on install, and after that we have the last file, that's the Bomb-Red Texture Pack for Shivering Isles. So drag and drop this as well. It might also take a little while. Let's see, click install. Yeah, let's just wait for it. Alright, so that's it for this short part, or at least the short section of base textures. Next section are quite a lot more mods, grasses, trees, and landscape. So let's open up, let's see, landscape retexture or this one. Let me check what I did download for you guys. So grasses, trees, landscape. I picked landscape retexture, so open that up, and then you want to go to files. You want to download the 2K for the regular one, so download the regular one first and then download the Shivering Isles second. Let's see, let's download a couple of mods first before we're going to install them. The next one is Improved Doors and Flora, Improved Trees and Flora, Improved Trees and Flora 2, which is somewhat of an update. And let's do that until we're reaching Alive Waters, because it requires some other things. So landscape retexture we did, then download Improved Doors and Flora, download the main file first, download the update afterwards. Then go to Improved Trees and Flora, download only the first main file. And then download Improved and Trees and Flora 2, which contain, we need to download all three, and let's check the order of these mods. You want to download Improved Trees and Flora, the main file first, then you want to download the update. I don't download the bark, because I think a tree mod later on, another one will update the bark anyway, so that's all good. So I would say let's install all those mods until we arrive at Alive Waters. So drag and drop landscape retextures into the installers tab, then right click and click install. Let's wait for this mod. Alright, then also the Shivering Isles update, click on install. And then once that finishes, then we have Improved Doors and Flora. And as you can see here, I still use all my numbering, so yeah, it looks a little bit more tidy and easier to recognize which mod you need to install. Then we have to Improve Doors and Flora update. So drag and drop this as well. Improve Doors and Flora, click on install, the update. Improved Trees and Flora. All right. The Trees and Flora 2. So the newer version, and that also contains an update, which we did download. So let's see if we have any plugins. No new plugins so far, that's good. Then we can close everything, and now we need to install Alive Waters. So what we need to do here, let's open both these two links, so Alive Waters updated and the assets. So first install the assets here. We do not need the ESP files. Uncheck the 3 boxes, filter right bash, install the mod. Then install the no fish version only of Alive Waters updated. Alive Waters no fish files. Leave the ESP checked in the ESM filter. Alright. So let me check this. First we need to download this one. This is your first file which you need. And then you want to download the Alive Waters no fish. So, alright, let's drag and drop it here. Okay, so here are some plugins which we need to do something with. So let's check again what Bevi says. We do not need the ESP file, so uncheck the 3 boxes and then install the mod. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to uncheck all these 3 plugins before we're going to install this mod, and then after you uncheck these plugins, click on install. Alrighty, and then we can install the Alive Waters no fish update. Let's see, this comes with an ESP, which we do want, if I remember correctly. Leave the ESP checked. Yeah, okay. Alright, that wasn't so hard after all. Then click on install. Alrighty, and we want to make sure to activate this mod. Great, so the plugin, I mean, but later on, it doesn't really matter if you do it right now, because what you can do is, yeah, I mean, eventually you need to run bus anyway, and what bus will do, it will correct the load order, and we can check the plugins again before we're running bus. So it's okay like this so far. Alright, so now something pretty important. We now need to determine if we want to install which grass mods we're going to use, and there are quite a lot of options. So I always used Lush and Gundry Floriana, but to be honest, I didn't really like the fantasy look at every region of Oblivion, so I decided to go for a more realistic look, and because I think it just looks way better, and also it suits the game more, and also it suits the EMB more. So the version, let me check for you guys what I did pick. I did first pick Grass Overhaul, so that's this mod. Grass Overhaul looks more realistic, as you can see here, and also it looks better with an EMB. I think maybe here it doesn't really do justice, but with an EMB it even looks better. So you want to download Grass Overhaul here. I didn't download the patch, I think. No, so that's okay. Alright, then let's see trees. So now we need to either pick one of the trees. And let me check what I did pick for you guys. I did pick up, let's see, what is it called? Arboretum. That's this one. So it contains, let's see. I did download the all new file, that's this one, and I did download Azalea Summer and Pink. To be honest, I'm not really sure why, because it seems this is an update. Let's see what Bevi says about this. Let's see, what does he... It's not here in the list, so I'm not really sure why I did download it, but I probably had a good reason for it. So just follow that. Alright. So we've done that then. Let's see what I did download next. It says Summer Pink Replacer version. I think this is for Far Cry Grass. So open that mod up as well. Yes, Replacer version. Let's see what he says about it. Bevi, beautiful grassman. Install Replacer version update 2 and the update texture with better transition. Okay, so you want to download Replacer version update 2 and texture with better transition. Alright, that's what we did, right? Alright, cool. So let's add these mods into Rybash. Now that would be first one Grass Overhaul. That comes with an ESP, yes. Actually with a couple of ESPs. Click on install. That's quite a large file actually, 400 megabytes, wow. Alright, let's just wait for it then. Alright, once that finishes, we can install Arboretum, the tree overhaul, the realistic trees. Are we in installer step? Yes. So the Grass Overhaul and the Arboretum, this gives a really realistic feel to the forests, and that's just great in my opinion. So let's install this as well, and these probably all come, I wanted to say with plugins, but this one does not. Okay. Then also drag this file. Alright. Okay, we can check plugins later. And then this is the grass, so the Far Cry inspired grass overhaul. Drag and drop the replacer, click on install. And download, and drag and drop the texture with better transition, the update file for this. Alright, that's everything we had so far, so we can close all of this. Alright, let's see what I did download afterwards. I did download the Vilverin Flora, it seems. Okay, here is the first link to this site where you need an account for. I know this is a little bit annoying that that a couple of mods are hosted not on Nexus, but we really need these files. So what you want is, if you're using Chrome, it's pretty simple. You will have a translation option here to translate Russian directly into your language or English. And fortunately, you need to register here for an account. I know it's a bit annoying because it's out of Nexus Mod, but it's completely safe. And once you did do that, you are fine for the rest of this tutorial. And you can download this mod now, the Vilverin Flora. So do that. Alright, so let's see. I thought I had 3 bark reduced as well. Yeah, so download 3 bark HD reduced, yes. And this is what I said earlier. From this mod, improved trees and flora, you're going to need the the bark. So you want to download the main file from this mod first, 3 bark HD reduced, and then download the IFT bark 2012 patch file for that. And let's see, do I have installed improved fruits? Yes, I have. So you can also open improved fruits and vegetables and meats. Click on files, downloads the main file and the update. I think I did download the update as well. Yes, okay. And maybe let's install all the mods to there. So here you can see how easy it has to have these numbers in front of the mods. Because now, an example, if we didn't have any numbers, I would have to really check again where we were. But now it's very easy because the last thing we did install was number 14. And we can continue with Filver and Flora. So click on install, then download, install tree bark, and download that patch file from improved trees and flora, the bark version, which will update the trees from tree bark HD. All right, very good. And improved fruits, vegetable, and meats. Click on install, and that also comes with an update file. So we are up to date for ourselves as well. Great. So as you can see, a lot of mods here in this section. Last couple of ones are Cypress Knee. Alright, so here we are again at this site. So click downloads for Cypress Knee. And there, yeah, it could be that you have a different file name. That could be, I did maybe renamed it. I'm not really sure if the original file name is different. But anyway, drag and drop it, click on install. Alright, cool. And then we have, let's see, harvestable flora. Let's see which I did download. Oh, that's great. Flowers. No idea what which one of that is. Harvest flora, flora replacer. Let's see. Harvest flora. Then probably did download this one. Yeah, I think so. Because this version, the for most, but anyway, yeah, I did download this one because it's a superb replacer. The only thing is that it doesn't change in appearance when you harvest them, so you won't see that flowers have been picked. But that's alright for me, because for me it's just about the visuals anyway. So that's what I recommend you do: download and install. So in this case, that will be that mod. Click on install. All right. Okay. Let's see. Then we have Shivering Isles Flora. Let's see which one I did download. Shivering Isles Floriana Requiem. In moderation. All right. That's this one. And I did install this for fun, but don't install this for your main game because it looks pretty cool. But again, I wouldn't install this because, yeah, it just makes the game a bit too different maybe. I heard from a lot of viewers is that it's quite lore friendly to the original story, but I would suggest you first try the rest because that's pretty dense enough in my opinion, and I would not recommend for now to install this mod. It is a fun mod, but I would only recommend to install it afterwards, maybe or maybe not. So the last mod we need to download for that's not the last mod. It's Shivering Isles Floriana Requiem in moderation. What the hell? Which mod is that one? Let's see. I think it's this one. Let's see what. Download a file named Shivering Isles Floriana Requiem in moderation. Shivering Isles. Let's search that up. It's not here, it seems. Shivering Isles this one. This is the one that you need. Alright, so we can go to Rybash, drag and drop it, into Rybash. Rybash, I said drag and drop it into Rybash. Alright, install it. Awesome, and the last one is New Tree Shadows. That's this one, New Shadows for Trees. Click Files, click and download, and drag and drop that into Rybash as well. So drag and drop it into Rybash. Right click, click install. Alright, now what we want to do is activate our ESPs. Okay, once you activate this, it will probably say this is incorrectly, but I think when we run boss, it should fix this. Alright, let's go to Rybash again. Alright, and you want to right click and rebuild patch for the C beta. Okay, this is all cool. Click on build patch. And let's see, this issue is fixed now after we run the patch, because I thought there was something wrong with the with this ESP. So let me check. Okay, I'm not sure why grass overhaul is not being activated, because we really want grass overhaul. But what's the problem with this? Serving else patch. Compatibility patch. Load after grass overhaul. I think it says somewhere that we don't need to activate this, but fix some tier lands. Okay. Okay, let's check what happens if we uncheck this file and rebuild the best patch. Maybe let's see what's going on. Click close. Click OK. What's wrong with grass overhaul? Deactivate. Okay. Bash text deactivate. Graphics no merge. Alright, so let's try to rebuild it again. Yeah, again, it's been a long time since I did install all of these mods, so that's why I'm thinking with you guys why this will pop up, but it should be deactivated, so that's okay. And then again, I'm not really sure if this should be activated. I don't think so. I think we're alright. Let's see, so have this pop up again. Let's see what happens if we activate this mod. Let's see, activating follow plugins cost their message to be activated. Okay, now it's okay like this. Damn it, I said it's okay like this. Let's rebuild it again. Because the grass overhaul ESP will be put into the best patch anyway, and it has a tag that it should be deactivated. It's really weird. I don't think it's stated here in the Bevi mod list. Let's see if he has something to say about the grass overhaul. No, not really. Alright, so this is again yeah, something you should remember. So what you want to do is you want to only select and activate grass overhaul. Then you want to rebuild, and then probably the best patch will include grass overhaul. And if you see this dot, then it's okay. The game should run fine. So, okay, that should be it so far for this part. What you want to do now again is click on this Oblivion icon, launch Oblivion, and test the game. Make sure to go into a grassy area if you can, or at least an outside area. So try to escape this dungeon so you know everything works fine and don't have any crashes when you're going outside of the dungeon. And then if you do that, I'll see you guys at the next part.